Alright, let me send on my ads.
Yay! Welcome back to another Waning Whisper Wednesday.
Waning Whisper Wednesday, Thursday.
It's Wednesday for sure. I'm grabbing the Fairly Odd Parents art for the promo.
What the hell?
Vom.
This is just too funny of me.
Would Calorie say that?
God doesn't know what hell is. Most people don't know what hell is nowadays. This shit doesn't exist anymore.
I wish everyone would go to blood prison no matter what. Would have said it with the staff.
Man, it's been a minute, but welcome back to Waning Whispers. I hope you guys will enjoy this session. I don't know how long it's going to run, but we'll see what you guys do. I'm very curious to see what your plans are. Without further ado, we will start right where we left off. So, in the old district, at the orphanage,
That's crazy.
Tim, you just heard some semi-alarming news. Well, I shouldn't say alarming. It depends on how you feel about this news. Yassine used to be part of the council.
Yeah.
And somehow Tess worked with her in some capacity?
Man. It is simultaneously this and also the drink that obliterated him. From a few sips.
But you're not feeling great.
Not feeling great. He's just staring blankly, sitting like on the carpet with his legs spread. Like just
You see Tess like floats around you. I remember some things. I think I used to be really into politics.
Like, so there's the Godly Council, and then were you a representative of someone, or because there's the he's trying to do math in his brain that doesn't make sense to anyone. Trying to just logic together.
Well, from the memory, I'm not. I can't be on the council.
Right.
Last thing I remember is I'm human, so I wouldn't be allowed.
Right. But you probably had... I mean, a lot of people in the city have magic, right?
Yeah, but to be on the council, you have to be, not immortal.
Yes, right. But you were someone super into politics.
So maybe I was some sort of Maybe I was in the government in some form?
Right. We should ask Sparrow.
Yeah, Sparrow knows these things.
We should absolutely ask Sparrow.
Sabina is like looking at you, looking at Tess, and let me roll something.
Yay! I hope you make a decision, Sabina. Heart.
I think we should go to Sparrow. Maybe he knows something.
Yeah. Pim stumbles up, looks around, takes another second of just being happy. He's here with friends. Yay!
Can you walk straight?
What check do I make?
You can make a dexterity minus, I'll say -6.
Awesome. Does he have a... What phase of the day is it?
It is, I think it's midday, I think
so.
Everyone's doing their because you ate for your midday action, and everyone else did their morning action.
Yes, and other people haven't done their midday action.
Yeah.
-6. Skill level. It's just a dex check. 2. Well. Yeah.
You are not walking in a straight line at all.
I'm fine.
You're gonna walk into that wall.
I don't know what you mean. I'm leaning on it.
Tessa's going to go possess your eye patch and try to tug you in the right direction.
Balance me.
I'm sorry if that news is not good to hear. She says, kind of trying to gauge your reaction.
We'll ask Sparrow about it. Then we'll know what to feel.
Then you're gonna ask him how to feel? I thought we were just asking what he knows.
Yeah.
Okay. She says. And Pim, as you step outside,
oh god.
No, I'm not gonna roll for the stairs. However funny that may be. Roll any sort of perception type skill -2.
Oh no. Tracking? Is that perception?
That wouldn't really work.
Okay.
Just if you don't have anything, just roll your wisdom.
Okay.
-2.
Then I'm just gonna do a straight d20 because my wisdom is 2. Awesome.
You start walking down the stairs. Sabina doesn't need to roll to even notice this. She just kind of continues walking and ignores it.
Awesome. Wait.
Pim, as you notice in real life, something growing out of that spot. You see something, someone standing there that you weren't really paying attention. Let me change the music.
Oh no.
Nothing bad. Sure.
Surely.
There you go. Tara! She like waves. Actually, no, sorry. She doesn't wave. What am I talking about? She does a curtsy.
Yo! He stumbles forward. Oh man, I've been trying to get something to grow there for years. Oh my gosh. How do you do it?
She looks down. Well, I just noticed that there was a lack of vegetation here, and there was some seeds planted there a long time ago. So I just planted some of my own and enhanced the tree a little bit.
Leads over to Sabina. Those were mine.
Oh, Sabina kind of takes a step back. New person detected.
Oh man, it's great to see you. It's just
Yes, it's great to see you too, my lord. She nods. And she kind of has a serious-ish look on her face. Did I catch you at a bad time?
Huh? Oh, we were just gonna go talk. We were gonna talk to Sparrow. You remember Sparrow? Sparrow's really cool.
Yes, I remember Sparrow. She looks at you. Are you okay?
Huh? Oh, I'm doing great. I went to training, and then I went home, and then I'm gonna go see Sparrow.
Mm-hmm. Well, I wouldn't want to keep you.
Oh,
She oh no, you go.
you seem like you have something you want to say? He smiles dopefully. What's up?
She it's well, I've run into a problem, Pim.
Hmm?
Let me change the music.
Hell yeah.
I don't know how to say this, but I need your help.
Hmm?
I suppose with a decision.
Decision. I can help. But I'm gonna need more context. I guess.
She looks at Sabina for a moment. May we speak alone? Sabina looks at you, Pim. Uh, okay. She
Waves Sabina. It'll just be a second.
she goes over to the street lamp.
This is about he points up.
She nods.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I haven't said anything to glances.
That is alright. I wanted to ask if you wanted to speak with your parents.
He blinks. Sorry. What?
This is going to be a... Well, I suppose I can make it a short story. We have the means to temporarily bring people back. But
Blinks.
unfortunately, it's not the same person. I'm not sure if that makes sense to you. If I were to bring back your parents just for you to speak with them, it wouldn't be the same people. They would have had different experiences, but I wasn't too sure if there was something that you had, something you were holding on to that you needed to say to them.
Is there a time limit?
She shakes her head. It's something, fortunately, it's something I can do. It's, well, I should be honest. I'm not allowed to explicitly do that, but I thought it was important for you to know that I have the ability to do this.
I think... oh wow. Pim looks at the sky.
Yeah, she nods. Yes, I've been thinking about this for quite some time. Originally I was going to spring it on you and said, "Ta-da! Here you are. Here it is. Your parents." And then I realized that that was not a good idea.
Pim keeps looking at the sky.
And
I think I need to think about it. A lot.
she knows.
Technology really is incredible. He says, assuming.
Yes, he can do much more than whatever the gods can do.
Thank you for asking and not going with your original plan.
To be honest, I wanted to. Well, I wanted to do this. I don't know if you remember, but Simon, he was the one who talked me out of it.
Oh, yes, the engineer.
She nods.
Yes. Huh. Would this be... This would be up there, right?
Yes, unfortunately, this would be up there. Though I'm making or bringing back your parents is one thing. Sneaking them off the ship to meet you in a very nice location, she says, motioning to the area, is another.
No, I guess... We'd have to get authorization and meet up there. Is this a thing you do a lot?
Bringing people back, or
I mean, you said it's not going to be them, but it's...
Yes, unfortunately, it's kind of random. It's them, but if they made different choices.
Oh.
So they could very much be people that never had a child.
I need to think. He stumbles back. I need to think. There's so much to think about.
Also, the conversation would be incredibly brief. I'm not sure how long they would hold before it all breaks apart.
Okay. Could I... Is this like a... I could hand them a letter kind of thing? Or...
I think they would have enough time to read a letter.
Okay. Then I can think. Sorry, I tried a cider for the first time today. He rubs his forehead. It was
Yes, I did
bad
notice
idea.
you were inebriated. Maybe I should come at a different time when you have a more clear head.
Yeah. If I was on the lookout for you, what street should I wander?
She thinks for a moment and then hands you this. Hands you basically kind of like this walkie-talkie.
Let's go.
It's like bulky square device. If you want to talk to me, that is a direct line to me.
Oh, awesome.
And if you need my help, I'll help you.
Thank you. Does it need like a battery?
Looks and examines it.
Well, it should charge on its own from the ambient magic in the area, but
Ooh.
it works at least 3 times a day.
All right. Oh man.
He looks at his person.
I'll have to make sure this stays,
Just don't get it stolen.
Right.
He pockets it.
Oh, also, it is very obviously Magitech, so don't use it out in the open.
Oh, yeah. Like, oh boy. Okay. What's usually like a good time, like a morning or like an afternoon?
I'm free at all times of the day.
Oh, awesome. Sabina turns around. Thank you, Tara. Thank you.
Of course.
I will talk to you again.
He's pointing, walking backwards. He almost trips. He catches himself. And
I have a lot of thinking to do.
Oh, I will be ready to listen.
I'm gonna roll. I need to roll.
I appreciate you.
Aw.
He runs past Sabina for a second. Stops. Turns around.
Hey.
So who was that person?
It's Tara. She's very important to me.
Oh. Okay. She doesn't ask questions. And you guys, travel.
We have to go talk to Sparrow about everything.
Speaking of Sparrow, hold on.
Yay!
We go to the Grey Crown District. So, Sparrow, it's been a very kind of uneventful day. One of the few things that's actually ever happened. You've just been sitting doing administrator duties in your office. Calories still in the East Ward, from what she said, buying some things, working on some projects. And right now, in the meantime, Fi is kind of helping you perform some of your administrator duties.
Very
When?
kind of you to assist me in this.
Well, I don't have any other duties for today. And, hold on. Eventually, him and the gang comes back. They bring everybody back.
You know, I've been thinking. Where's
Oh?
the bell on the front door?
That-
You know, to let, if we're out in here, to let us know if anyone comes in, or should we just let the front desk handle it?
A bell is a good idea. It's always nice to be ready no matter what.
Sorry to interrupt your Well, not. Sorry to interrupt. What was about to happen?
You see Pim drunkenly stumble through the doorway. Sabine's gonna go back to the desk.
Also, we put Emlyn? That's awesome.
Emlyn was not doing the front desk duties.
Just
Emlyn was sitting there like sleeping or something.
Him, like, bursts in, immediately is leaning on the chair.
Everything.
Tim, you look unwell. Are you all right?
Pilates went great.
Good news.
Looks like a little too great.
Oh, man.
Sits in the chair.
Okay. I'll try to think through it.
Do you require a cup of water?
Yes. I should have grabbed it. Sorry.
Fi goes over to get you some tea.
Thank you very much.
So, I went to Pilates. Everything was great. Asked about weapon arts. Then it went so great. I have a weapon art.
That's good news. I suppose that would be cause for celebration of some variety.
He forgets about everything else for a moment and just it dawns on him.
Yeah.
If I'm correct in your current status, are you inebriated? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, a little bit.
I suppose you started celebrating a little bit without us.
Well, yeah. I went to Clyde, and Clyde's doing great.
That's good news.
What was the food he had that was horrible?
It was supposed to be the potato soup.
I'm never getting potato soup ever again.
Every single time someone's rolled a fucking, like, mishap for potato soup.
I never really did get the hang of potato soup.
Oh, it was the worst thing I'd ever tasted. And then I had the cider.
I see.
So I started going home, but like home was, me and Sabina and Tess,
He like double taps the eye patch.
Just pops out.
Oh, Tess, yes.
he like indicates
I
towards
have-
Tess.
Great news. She flies up onto the table.
Well, even more great news. This day is better than I was hoping.
Apparently, I know Yassine, and Yassine used to be on the council.
Pim is
Hold
like
on.
nodding emphatically.
Changing my token. I would like an elaboration.
Well, apparently I was some cool political figure, and Yassine was part of the council, and we had this cool talk that Yassine was leaving the council and she went over to the old district, and you see Fi's like,
I'm looking at Fi. I'm looking like between Fi and Tess. Like, So you're saying that Miss Yassine, both you and yourself and Miss Yassine were previous people who have been on the council.
No, not Tess. Miss Yassine. But Tess knew Miss
Yassine.
Yassine because of politics.
Do you recall what exactly your station was?
no, not really. But you should have seen me in the vision, Sparrow. I was really cool.
Fi, is there a
Yeah,
record of previous people who have been on the council?
Yes, there is. But hold on, let me roll something for Fi.
Can I assist?
Sure.
Lariat.
Yay!
What do I roll to assist? I mean, I'm assuming it's history?
Yeah, you can use history.
Alright, -5. Because,
Yes.
because fate.
Yes.
Um,
-5, and this would be -3. Normally.
so -8 total.
Yup.
Alright.
Okay, we good.
Ooh,
That's a success.
that's a full success, which I think will bring Phi to a full success.
Yes.
Phi stops for a second. Hold on a second. Tess, can you come over here? And Tess hops down from the table. Yes, you look absolutely disheveled and... No, there's no doubt about it. She looks Tess up and down. I believe you currently are on the council.
Huh?
Wait, hold on. Is Tiny cutting out for anybody else?
No, not for me.
Uh-oh, we go.
Rigif died.
Hello?
Hello? Rigif?
Teddy?
Can you hear us, Rigif?
Hey, Rigif.
Hi. Teddy here?
Yeah.
Yes. You
Okay.
should repeat your sentence.
I should repeat myself?
No.
What did I say?
Tiny.
Yeah. Fide says, I think you are on the council, Tess. And Tess, like, huh? But I'm right here.
But- Yeah.
No, I've seen you.
What?
I've seen you. Yes, She looks at you, Sparrow. There was a new council member was. Fuck, what's the word for voted in?
Elected?
Elected! There was a new council member that was elected this month. I was at the celebration. I didn't pay too much attention, but no, you were there. You were the council member for the old district.
The what?
Oh, that's cool. I represent the old district.
A lot of things not lining up here. Tess, how long have you been dead? This is a stupid question. Tess, do you know how long you've been dead?
Nope. No memory, and I don't really know how long I died.
We have a.
There wasn't a real set behind corpse, was there, in the yard?
There was the tattered dress, wasn't there?
No, there was
no
nothing.
Port.
I thought we found a tattered dress at some point that Pym tried to repair. Where was that?
I don't think you found anything. You found, like, salt under the ground.
Yeah, at the burial site, but I remember at some point Pym trying to sew something.
Well,
Don't mind me.
without knowing specifics, if there are two people that appear to be the exact same, my only initial theories are either A, it's a different Tess, or B, it's someone else inside of Tess's body. I'm very unfamiliar with the concept of souls as a
So,
whole.
I mean, you were human. So, it would have to be, right? Oh, wow.
I'm completely off the dome here. Ghosts are people who their body has died and their soul continues to exist afterwards due to some mechanism of keeping themselves around.
Right.
Yes, Five answers. Yes, that's correct. Ghosts are just the souls of that person.
If someone
I
were
think.
to manually remove a soul, would that soul then possibly become a ghost? if the body is not killed, even if the body is not dead.
It's possible.
Do you remember?
But how does that explain the memory loss?
Oh, I'm not sure if. I think we've discussed this before. Memories are tied to. Tess doesn't have a shadow.
Tess doesn't have a shadow.
Memories are tied to one's shadow, at least partially. That's something they've been studying over in the college.
That makes sense. If I start thinking. So is this good news or bad news?
I must say, this is another entry in the strangest things. The strangest things that happens to the city that arrives right on our doorstep.
Pim, like, crawls around the desk.
Sparrow.
Yes, Pim.
Sparrow.
Is
Is
are you
this
going to tell
something
me
we
there's
could
more?
ask Dr. What was his
Amicia.
name? Yeah.
Dr.
He's like a
Hamicia.
necromancer, right?
No, not a necromancer.
Oh. Okay.
I don't think they're particularly magically inclined.
Knows
Although
about ghost stuff.
I know about shadows. That was one of their deal.
Yes, but old district.
I mean, we have another contact that we might be able to. They might know some things. They were a companion of Dr. Hamicia. Their name was Dr.
Minnow.
Yes, Dr. Minnow.
Right.
Should we
We're
pay
gonna
this
wanna-
Dr. Mino a visit?
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure where they are at the current moment. Last we had spoke, they were a bit injured and staying at a nearby inn. I'm not sure if they've headed back yet.
Well, if they headed back to the college, we could just pay them a visit there.
Makes sense.
That's true. Oh.
Looks at Fi.
She looks at you.
Actually, I have a question I need to ask Sparrow alone about.
Of course. She kind of stands up and leaves the room.
He sighs. He looks at Tess.
Right? Something personal.
I have to leave the room too?
No, you were.
Taps eye patch.
You were there. You remember Tara, right, Sparrow?
Yes, I've seen them more often than I thought I would.
Well, when I left the orphanage after learning what Tess said, Tara was there.
Strange. Not sure what business they would have in the old district.
Tara was looking for me.
I suppose that makes sense. But you two do have history together.
Yes. Oh. Tara talked about something where
He's very clearly like trying to find out how to word something.
so Tara gave me an offer.
Mhm.
No presented, like, no time, no deadline, that's the word.
Open-ended. Okay.
Yes, open-ended. Also gave me a walkie-talkie. Don't tell anyone.
Is it always on, or do you have to manually enable it?
He now checks it.
It's a thing that you have to manually activate.
No, it's a manual activation.
We should have Ellery check it just to make sure.
Yeah. Calorie.
Yes.
Right.
Ellery, I believe, is currently going and purchasing something at the market.
Right. So,
He taps his feet.
Tara said I could possibly talk to my mother and father,
I see.
but not them. I think it's like it's like them if they didn't have a baby. Maybe. It could be. It's random. And it's not them because they're dead.
Alright, slow down just a moment. Okay.
He's like very visibly struggling.
I think I understand what you're saying. Them, but not them. Couple. That could mean a couple things. Are you asking for my input on what you think you should do, or what I think is going on in this?
I don't know. You seem...
Would you like a hug?
Yeah. A lot.
Sounds like you've been through a very rough day. Well, I suppose it's not exactly rough. Very emotional.
He's crying.
No.
I don't know. It's not them. But well... I think it would be nice. Right?
And if that is what you wish, then I will support you wholeheartedly.
She said it would be brief. And I'll have to ask Calorie too, and Tara, if... We met Calorie's parents. Would you want to meet mine?
Thinks about who Pim's place of birth that I'm aware of.
Yeah.
I'm not particularly against it.
I mean, it wouldn't be them, but it would be
not.
them. Oh.
If I may make a statement, I don't want to... You say them, but not them. As if they didn't...
They made different choices, is how Tara put it.
That's... I'm going to say something. I think this may be related to the parallel universes thing.
Blinks.
Oh!
Remember how I got a message from myself in a different location?
Yes.
He nods.
That would also... If they have the technology to do that, that would explain why they were being so cagey when I had asked it when we first met. I'm not trying to derail.
Right.
I don't want to.
Uh,
But I believe that may be what they are doing. Is much like the dream that I was given. yours sounds like they're going to give you something a bit more direct.
Yeah, it's technology and not dream magic.
This seems to be a very specific point of contention for
That that would explain why. I said it's random, so they're not able to target anywhere specific.
Well, I mean, my parents would be pretty specific.
Oh, yes. But you had mentioned that it might or might not be. There are possibilities of what choices they may or may not have made.
Yeah.
So it sounds like the mechanism that your technology is referring to is more of a going out and grabbing to another location, whereas the dream sequence was more the dream coming to us, so it's a more direct line.
He nods as if he understands.
So, I
But
mean,
no, yes, if you would be willing to have me, I would.
I would want you there.
he like
Suppose
he
I shall.
hugs again.
I
I
would
suppose-
really want you there. Please.
Then I suppose I shall be there.
Okay, that's Sparrow. I gotta ask Calorie. I have to tell Calorie everything. Okay.
He pats your head.
Oh.
He opens the door.
Thank you.
It's been a while
Sure.
since I've seen him that excited.
Yeah, that must be. It's really good. You did a good job.
Whether or not good things come out of this is yet to be seen. There are a lot of things that can go wrong with such an idea. But this is what he wishes to do. Then I will assist him in his journey.
And we go to the next scene.
Oh, let Fi know that she's all right to come back in.
All right, Calorie, Caleb,
Let's go.
it's time. All right. We go back.
Oh no.
Calorie,
I don't
you
like
just-
that.
you had your productive time talking to the blacksmith, and you're now just leaving. It's been a minute hashing out the details. So, how'd you like the blacksmith?
Yeah. He is certainly a blacksmith.
That's not how business people are. You know, try to get the best deal. And
Yeah.
they're real specific on details, because if you want something changed, you want to tell them now rather than later. Can't really make edits, especially on a sword.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I should just learn to do it myself.
So, anything else in the Eastward that you might want to take a look at?
No, I don't have any money.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Maybe
actually,
you
I
can
think
become a knight.
I asked her for the exact amount, right? Or did I have
Yeah.
to throw in my own gold?
You asked him for the exact amount.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, what did he say?
Oh, he said, "Oh, why don't you try being a knight? We get paid money."
Yeah, that's not really my thing.
You don't like swinging a sword?
Not really.
Alright. He shrugs.
Maybe when my armor's done, I could help y'all out a bit, but I
Oh,
don't
so you're
think.
using the armor to fight.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. He kind of looks you up and down. So, you're gonna be wearing a suit of metal just like mine.
Yeah, it's
Right.
designed after you, after all.
Oh, yeah. That'll be an interesting fight.
Oh, you want to fight it?
Yeah, I'll be the one to test it out. You know, see if it's up to stuff.
That's perfect.
And as you kind of walk down this road, hold on, let me bring you to the next map. Calorie, you come on to a very tense. Well, I say tense, a very scary sight.
I don't know.
Hold on, let me bring you to the map. Calorie, you walk down the stairs and you see Fallen amidst a ton of guards. Not shown here, but there are a bunch of bodies, guard bodies on the ground.
Oh.
As these guards try to like restrain and stop him, and Fallen looks at them and just swings his sword once, and the entire section of these guys fall over. And Calorie, what do you do?
Are they like bleeding? Or are these like the? She's
no,
checking
they-
to try and see if they're the constructs.
Oh, these are clearly not the constructs.
Oh damn. Okay.
You see Fallen walk over the bodies and go towards the civilians, and Titan immediately spends no time and gets in there. And Calorie, what's your action going to be?
She's gonna follow behind Titan.
Right.
I guess she'll. She doesn't want to. I don't want him to kill Fallen, so she's gonna try and call out for Fallen.
All right, let me change the music.
Oh no.
Okay, Calorie, it's your go first. As you call out to Titan, and he stops his sword, kind of almost unsheathed, and he just takes a glance at you.
Try not to kill him. He's important to someone. To Pim.
Horn to Pim, huh? He draws his blade. Tell Pim he should know better people. And he runs forward, and he's going to swing his sword down at this guy. Okay. Titan swings his sword as it crashes into Fallen's side, a critical success. And you see Fallen doesn't even kind of move from the hit as he looks at Titan. I guess it'll be Fallen's go. And I think Fallen is going to cast a spell. Hold on. There is a chance. It could happen. Yeah, no, it's not happening. Fallen waves a hand, and you see Titan cough up blood and fall down on one knee. Calorie, it's your turn.
What in the... I don't want to leave him.
I mean, you can always try and talk to him.
Yeah.
You don't always have to fight.
She'll say to Fallen, man, what do you say? Fallen, are you there? I don't think you should be doing this.
Roll a diplomacy, -7.
Oh no.
You say that, and he looks at you, Calorie. My name is not Fallen. And he takes a step forward, and before he can continue, Titan gets back up and swings his blade. He's going to use his weapon art for this attack. His giant Slayer blade. Which will double his damage. And Fallen is going to actually try to dodge this. Oh my god! You see Titan's sword grow massive as he swings it at Fallen, and Fallen jumps and leaps through the air, going over the blade, and lands between you two. And he slowly walks at you, Calorie. You too.
Me?
He holds his sword up to you. Think that I have to kill someone that I once called a friend. And he's going to swing his blade at you.
Oh no.
Alright, Calorie. You gotta block, dodge, or parry, or take 20 damage.
I can't do either of those. Now we're trying to dodge. 25.
You try to dodge, you try to do anything, but the blade moves too quick as it catches you in the arm, dragging it down, leaving a streak of blood. And he passes it to you. Calorie, while you're fighting, roll me. Do you have analysis or?
Yes, I have analysis.
Okay. Make that at a +2.
Okay.
Oh, okay, nice. Calorie, while you're getting your ass beat, you notice, you see Fallen's hands, his, arms and legs. They don't look real. They look artificial. You think this might be Magitech?
Like that is just his arm, or maybe all of him?
You think that's all of him?
Do I think I could disable it?
Yeah, you think you can disable this? Well, you think you can disable this machine?
That's what she's going to try and do then. Any modifiers?
This would be -10 for your Magitech. And every roll is it would be -9 then -8, so it gets easier each time.
Gotcha. The duality of my rolls.
You try to get in there. You just don't have purchase. It's just not. You don't have enough space. You're not sure how to even get a
Arm is
chance
bleeding.
to turn anything off. As you just can't really get space. And you hear Volm speak up for you. Gallery seems to be in a little bit of a pickle.
Yeah, I don't want to leave Titan to fight Fallen, and I don't want Fallen to die. Otherwise, I'd probably be running.
Might I suggest you spawn the shadow self?
Sure. Yeah, she'll let Shallery out.
You see your shadow grow inside and spawn between you two, pushing you back a little bit, Gallery. Hello, Fallen. It is very nice to meet you once again. And Fallen doesn't really say anything. Well, that's kind of rude. I spent this time just saying hi to you, and Fallen lifts up his sword, but before that can happen, Titan goes back to swing his blade, and this time he's gonna make sure he doesn't miss. Still got some giant slaying left in him. Oh, uh-oh. Titan, come on. He doesn't even have to try for this. Yeah. Titan's blade grows massive, and he swings it down on Fallen, and Fallen just dodge rolls to the side. And Fallen is going to go back at you, Gallery. And
Yeah, me, not Shallery. How does he know the difference?
Okay, hold on. I'll make him roll. He's not in the right state of mind. I'll make him roll for it. Even with negatives, you can't fool him. And he takes a step forward. And he is going to attack one more time. Oh, this was dodgeable. Oh my gosh, Callie, tell me how you dodge this.
I think, Calorie for a moment thinks that he's still fooled and going for Shallery, and realizes, at the last second as he's about to swing at her, and just barely moves out of the way, so her hairs get nicked.
You dodge out of the way of Fallen's sword, and it's your go.
Okay, she's going to try one more time to go at him and get him
Rome's
to
going to try and assist. And so it'll just be a -7 now.
Okay.
It gives you that 2. Oh,
Let's go.
okay. Calorie, you find a way to disable the machine. And how do you do it? Do you pull out wires? Do you kind of unscrew bolts?
So he's fully robotic, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think as he like came and like swung at her, she just kind of reached up and disconnected the head.
You disconnect the head. And for a second, you think that he can still move despite the connection. Despite all of that, you just see nothing but anger in Fallen's eyes as he drops his hood. And so it's done. And he falls to the ground as you see kind of the skin of where it used to kind of look like a person. It kind of turns to this like lifeless, kind of like doll looking robot. Titan walks over. He kicks the robot to make sure it's not moving anymore. What the hell was that?
I have no idea. We should probably find Pym and Sparrow.
And
should I take this with me? It holds the head up.
As you say that, hold on. You see a bunch of guards running up. They kind of run down and say, and they run down. So they start shouting orders at everybody. Shallery disappears. Nope, that's the wrong person. Shallery disappears, and Titan. Oh, Gunnar, you need the body or something?
I mean, just to show what happened, unless.
All right. He looks at these guards and he yells at them. All right, this is Royal Guard business. If you don't mind me, he picks up the body. Gotta bring it back to the castle. Report to my office. I gotta report to the captain. And the guards are like, sure, whatever. And as you two are walking, Titan looks at you. So, you're friends with a machine thingy?
Well, he wasn't a machine last time we talked to him. He was a person, and he was really cool and kind of heroic like you.
He just nods at that, really, and doesn't say anything. And I'm going to bring you two to the Greyground District. So, the gang's all back together. Hold on.
I love it here. I love this.
Let me you guys to the map.
He's still traumatized.
You see Titan walk past you, Calorie, and you see
Follows what
Titan holding some like doll-looking robot body, drops it on the table in front of you. There.
Do I owe the honor of this gift?
Was told as Pim's friend.
Well,
Pay respects. He walks away.
What?
Tell me what's going on.
Are you
Pim,
alright?
oh. Ah, right, I'm still bleeding.
Yeah.
Can he make a?
I put Fallen's head down.
So, oh wait. There are a lot of things happening at once. Once again today. First things first, we need to get you medical attention.
Yeah. Can Pim do a healer check?
Yeah, you can do a healer check.
Yeah.
So just kind of get rid of the bleeding.
Yeah.
You see Emlyn go over. Oh shit! Oh my gosh, Calorie, you took a big hit.
Yeah, I mean, I can. You guys don't have to worry. I've just forgot I can take care of it. Oh, thank
He's
you.
immediately fussing over you, and then he.
That's just Fallen's head?
No, that's just some like I forgot what those dolls are called, but like the dolls without any features.
Mannequin?
Yeah, the mannequin.
Nice.
It looks like
Okay.
a mannequin.
Okay.
Okay. What did they mean by this is someone?
It looked like it was attacking people, and it looked like Fallen.
Pim sits on the floor.
Oh.
Okay.
I don't know what else to
Was it-
say. That's kind of all that happened, and then I popped
Why?
his head off.
All right. I don't think Fallen,
I don't think he was a robot either.
Right, but
but I don't know if there was a physical way for us to guarantee that he wasn't a robot.
Well, the way he moved seemed different. That's how I know to do that.
I see.
Damn, you just popped his head off? Just like forget about it.
well, once I knew he was a robot, then it was kind of easy.
Was
Why
it?
was Fallen a robot?
I don't know.
What was the Fallen robot doing?
Killing people.
Okay.
is that how you got hurt?
Yeah.
Is that also why Titan was...
Yeah, that
Yeah.
would explain why
Wow.
they're being very curt. I think we need to talk to somebody, Pim.
Mm-hmm.
Are we talking about that zombie that took Fallen last time?
Yes.
Awesome sentence.
I look at Pim. I look at Pim before
Nodding.
Yes.
Should I come or should I stay here?
I look at Pim.
Come with us.
Okay.
Fine.
So you guys are you see Emlyn speak up. You guys are going you know who did this, or
No, but if it looked like somebody, we know where that somebody went.
Pim is pacing.
So more or less attempting to figure out if this is a copy or the original. Does that
Does
make
he?
sense?
Pim is
yes,
like
makes
checking
sense.
the.
Because
Pim's-
this reminds me of the things that attacked us in the alleyway. Correct? So that's kind of what they look like, the faceless mannequins?
Those were like made out of clay, though.
those are like more they were more made out of clay.
Okay.
So, man. Pim
Tiny
is
biscuit.
checking for any like possessions. For example, Fallen had the finger.
Does it have clothing?
There's nothing on this like mannequin looking thing. If
No.
you think he had possessions,
Yeah.
it likely would have just dropped on the street or something like that.
Did anything like? Did he drop anything? The finger.
What did he drop, Tiny?
Roll wisdom. See if you can remember if he dropped anything.
Sure.
That's my goat.
19.
Thinking back, you do remember him drop things that weren't inherently him dropped to the ground. Like you saw the sword was there and just the finger as well. Like
So the finger was there.
yeah, the finger was there.
Ah, shit, I forgot. Yeah, the finger was there. I forgot to grab it, as well as all his other things.
Okay. Points in one direction. What happened? What is happening?
Tiny, is the mannequin made of Magitech stuff?
Yeah, it's completely made of Magitech.
Nothing. I don't think this leaves this room.
It does not.
I look at the other. I look at Phi and I look at Emlyn.
Don't look at me. I got no one I'm telling this to.
Yeah. Also,
I look at Phi.
Yeah.
I am the vice guild leader, so I will not be saying anything that, especially of this nature. She says, motioning to the mannequin.
Yes, I believe this would be very. The possession of this is.
Yeah, very illegal.
Incredibly so.
We should put.
I can go dispose of it.
We should bring.
If I believe this relates to you more than any of us, I will allow you to decide what happens.
We should bring him to the basement.
Okay. Kelly's gonna start picking the pieces up.
Okay.
I need to look over him.
Hey. All right.
How has it been seeing my life for a day?
I suppose it's never a dull moment. She walks through Tess and sits down.
You doing all right, Pim?
We didn't discuss this earlier.
He says nothing.
Someone previously being on the council by the name of Miss Yassine. I need to. How long ago would it have had to be? If this was the case, there has to be records. Unless they've been scrubbed.
It's supposed to be very easy to find records like that. Let me go to the basement.
Awesome. So I have a question for you, Tiny.
Yes.
How familiar is Pim specifically with this kind of technology?
Specifically with this technology, this is very, very new to you.
Okay. That brings him a sick sense of relief.
Okay.
Can I make a Magitech roll?
Yes. What are you specifically looking for?
He's specifically looking for... Calorie said he wasn't acting like himself, so basically any external communications device. Like basically if he was receiving orders from somewhere.
Oh, I see. Okay. Make a roll +5.
It's 5. My int is 1. So, oh Jesus. I forgot Pim's a little cracked.
Pim, you look inside and you don't see anything like that.
Okay. He was possibly acting on his own, but
Pim's expression is one that Calorie's probably not used to seeing on him, other than like back in the very early days of when he first arrived. But I actually don't know the order in which they showed up at the orphanage. He could have been all smiles and rainbows by the time Calorie got there. But he's just very focused, very like this.
Mm-hmm.
He looks to Calorie.
you disconnected this, and I'm guessing that's when everything was turned off.
Yeah.
Do I need to make another check to see the, like, power source of this? Like,
The
where's
power
it drawing
source?
from? To
They all have a Magitech battery.
So it has a
for any
Magitech battery
Magitech.
in it.
Yeah.
Okay. He...
This isn't actually Fallen, right?
Oh, man.
It could have been.
Oh. Did you ever think that he could be a robot before this?
No. Technology truly is terrifying.
Yeah, that's for sure. But
Oh.
he did
You
talk
said he
like
had the finger.
Yeah, it's out on the street now. I don't know if anyone's gonna pick it up.
I mean, if he was killing people, they'll probably just think it was related.
No, yeah.
Oh, wow. Calorie.
Hmm?
What do you know about the West Fulton Empire?
What does Calorie know?
If you know the base, do you okay? Do you
Calorie
know?
knows.
There's two things. Do you know the basics of the country, or do you know what the propaganda says about the country?
She grew up here, so probably the propaganda.
It's a godless nation where nothing is held back and the people are crazy.
Well, I know it's to the west, and that apparently people there are kind of crazy and godless.
My dad taught me everything I know about Magitech. And everything I know about our home country.
Oh, you're from there?
He retrieves his ID badge and shows it to Calorie.
Oh yeah, the ID. You did mention that.
Advanced technologies like Fallen.
He grabs his own head.
Kelly's gonna tap him on the shoulder.
Today's been so much. This is what Sparrow feels like all the time.
I think Sparrow's a little happier than this.
How?
Because, he's got us.
That finally reaches through to him. Right. Right. You and Sparrow. You're my dearest friends.
You hear someone walk down the stairs.
He immediately tenses up again.
Hey.
Hi.
Oh, hey, Emily.
I just, she kind of turns back. Came to check up on you since you look really shaken on,
Well, Fallen is inactive.
If it's fallen.
Okay. I mean... Oh, wow. Okay, so...
Hey, wait. What if we, tied him up but then turned him back on?
I was considering this. Though, it might be more efficient to just simply... detach his... combat utilities.
You mean his
Pim is trying not
You're
say
saying
this meant
turn him back
hand
on without his arms or something?
and legs.
Well, what if he feels that?
What? Oh, right. Well, I guess he would feel things.
I mean, I'm sure it'll be fine. Actually, hold on. Before we consider doing that, we should tell Sparrow.
Right.
You want me to calm down, or?
Pim checks for a tracker. Can he do that off of his previous check?
Yeah, you'll see that there's probably some sort of tracker.
Well, it's probably pinged while it's been here. Well, actually, he's probably been inactive since you removed his head, and...
Pim removes the tracker. Or does Pim have to make a check to remove the tracker? He
No, you don't need to make a check to remove
Okay.
it. Emlyn calls down Sparrow.
I believe I'm being hailed.
You see Pim rifling through this robotic body.
This is about what I expected.
Emlyn sits down on the workbench chair.
I love you, Evelyn.
So, what's the status?
So... Calories... optimistic that this isn't Fallen.
Okay. That's good.
He walks back and forth.
So... we're going to try and... talk to him.
Elaborate.
Well... I mean... disconnect?
Looks at, makes quote-unquote eye contact with the featureless mannequin.
We were gonna turn him back on, but without his arms.
And
You
legs.
would also. I was about to say you better also do the legs.
Yes.
Should we remove the legs to a separate portion? Do we know if it has the ability to reattach itself through any mechanism?
Well, I assume if it could, it would have a way to put its head back on.
I suppose
mean,
At
but
least
it
if
is
I made
different than a
if
cat.
I made a robot that could be detached, that's what I would do.
That's good to know.
The head's top priority.
Even so, I still think that we should bind together the limbs.
Yes.
Perhaps put them in a box.
Man, this sounds crazy.
Yes, Emlyn?
Yeah, out of context, this
Out
sounds
of
kind
context, this is insane.
But I refer to you guys to make the judgments. I'm just sitting here to erase the guy from existence if something goes bad.
Do you have any specific
Right,
opinions,
right, right,
Emlyn?
right.
I'm assuming you have just as much experience in this as we do at this point, which is none.
Well, I'm more of a conflict adverse type of person, so if this robot Fallen is dead, I think he should just stay dead. But that's just me.
Okay.
I'm personally inclined to agree. Perhaps resuscitating them in a more controlled environment with...
I mean,
Well, you're quite strong at being able to remove things, but...
Yeah, how
I would say
strong
that...
was that robot Fallen?
It hit. It hurt my arm pretty bad, and I think the biggest problem with it is that it's fast. It avoided Titan really easily.
Oh shit! Like, Titan, was he using the giant sword?
Yeah, he was using the giant sword too.
What the hell? That guy's a freak. How's he able to dodge all that?
No idea. I don't think he hurt Titan. Well, no. He did hurt Titan pretty bad with that one hit.
Calorie, the flashback of Fallen single swiping an entire group of guards.
And he was cleaving down. I think it'll be fine without his limbs.
Okay. If we do have any issues and we want to attempt this again, I believe there is another location that would be much more equipped for this.
Pim
But-
is putting the torso against the wall, so he's sitting up.
is this necromancy?
Necromancy requires a living creature, if I recall. It's part of the death portion of necromancy.
Right. Right. This is technology.
Isn't Magitech necromancy in general or something like that?
What?
If Magitech had like different
No.
schools, then this would be Magitech necromancy.
No.
Can I roll a history of Can I roll... What would it be to know if Magitech is necromancy timing?
Roll knowledge history?
Okay, I got that.
I'd say -4.
Alright, so
Actually, no, it would be +1, actually.
-4 total.
Awesome.
Partial.
What you can tell, it's kind of semantics. It can't truly be necromancy, but technically, like, magic itself is like soul energy or something. You're not really sure. It's weird.
Much like most things with
It's
magic as a whole, it's very
Yeah.
much semantics.
Yeah, it's semantics. It's like you can call anything a cookie or a soup type thing, you know?
it's animating the inanimate.
So, Pim, did you just put them together?
Not his head. Has his head in
Okay.
looks at
Right. It's not necromancy.
It's not. Do you need someone to do it?
You undid it. You should
No, but I should. But it's up to me.
I think you got this, Pim, I believe.
Pim will now reattach the head.
Okay. You reattach the head.
By the way, just for
And-
sakes, we put the limbs in this
Yep.
box back here. Bound
Okay.
Absolutely.
You reattach the head, and the machine seems to power itself to life. Pim, roll me a D100. 80 and above is one result, and 79 and below is a different result.
Oh God.
Oh no, we turned them off and back on again.
Factory reset.
Okay.
Is that good or bad?
I don't know. It's the less likely
Hold
result.
on.
I love flipping a coin. Remember, chat, it's always 50-50.
Roll me a D6.
Awesome. A 5.
Okay. You. Hold on, let me change the music.
I don't like that.
I think this one will be. Actually, yeah, this one will be good. You turn the machine on, and you see a being sprout to life. Hold on. Just making sure. Okay. Why is it showing?
Oh,
You see a being sprout to
What
life.
the fuck? What?
They look left. They look right.
Huh?
And they look directly at you.
Huh? 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 What?
I don't think that's.
A person without legs. A person without arms. What am I?
You're not fallen.
That is indeed not my name.
Pim's never.
So,
Recognize that face?
do you remember this person from the party?
Yes, I was going to say. I know Jester was at the party.
Even commented on him.
I have a question for you.
You may ask the question.
Thank you.
I may hand you an answer.
Where were you 2 days ago?
2 days ago, I believe I was enjoying a lovely dinner.
I have a second question.
And I might have a third answer.
How do you know how long it's been since then?
They look up. How do I know? Well, I think. I breathed. So I believe I'm. How do you know you know? Does anyone know they know?
I don't know anything.
Pim sits down.
Well, by the way, the correct. 2 days ago, I saw this individual at the very fancy party that I attended.
What day was it that Pim met Fallen? Oh god. I have to check the calendar.
I think it was kind of 2 days ago-ish.
It was the day before Blood Prison. I think.
Blood Prison was yesterday.
Yes.
Yeah. So it was 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Was the party 3 days ago?
I don't remember. I think it was 2.
I think it was 2.
I think it was 2.
Well, because that's also.
Oh, this
at
person
5.
look at you, Pim.
Yeah.
You never answered my question. A person with no arms and legs. What are they?
A person? I don't. Does it hurt?
They look down. I'm not screaming in pain, aren't I?
Right.
Pim gets up and walks closer. Just, like, looks over this person. Went from featureless mannequin to whoever the hell this is. Pim is looking for any remnant of, like, Fallen at all.
You see this person laugh loudly. You look like you've seen a ghost.
You. So. I don't know. I don't have an answer for you.
My
Well, that's very good. I didn't have a question. It was a riddle.
Okay. Why were you killing people?
Killing people. Me. The person with no arms and legs. Now, how could I do that? Unless I made them laugh at me.
Pim, I think something strange is happening here. I don't think this.
This isn't who I saw at all.
What were you doing about 20 minutes ago?
I believe I was walking down the road, maybe? Perhaps telling a joke? Maybe I was eating a grand meal? Or talking to a friend?
Been any of those things?
Could be.
Blinks.
Let's say you were on a street. Do you recall what district you were in?
It would have to be large and open. Maybe I was taking a stroll in Privian Green.
Privian Green?
So very sorry. It's been against our better manners. It's a bit of an interesting. We've not asked for your name.
My name. It has been a while since someone asked me that and didn't know who I was. I am one that causes laughter in a room. I believe there are tales of a bygone era of kings employing such individuals to make them and their court laugh. I am Jester. I am Jester, the god of jokes.
God?
Yes, but this is truth, not a joke.
Blinks.
Okay, what the fuck? What's this fucking
Should we try turning him back
riddle
off
that you asked
on again?
earlier, was there a response that you were looking for in specific? Or was it open-ended?
They smile and look at you. What do you mean by open-ended?
Well, a riddle without a concrete answer, essentially one looking for an answer. You said it was a riddle, not a question. Providing a riddle would indicate that you have a solution to it.
Ah, yes, the solution. They look up. I believe I was going somewhere. I was in Privian Green, perhaps
And now
eating
you
an
are-
apple,
And now you
foraging through the earth. I believe the answer is a worm.
a person, no arms.
Pim is opening the box and looking at the limbs.
The limbs look like they're still mannequin dolls, those limbs.
Would a snake not also suffice?
I suppose. But then I would have to tell a whole different story. Maybe about me on the prowl. Or with much longer knee. They look at their torso. Much longer torso.
The limbs are still mannequin.
I see.
Should we try turning him off?
Would you like to return to what you were doing previously?
They smile, and that sounds like a question.
That is a question. Yes, I'm trying to. If you being here, us, if whatever has brought you here is impeding your regular daily activities, I would not want to keep you much longer than you would wish to be.
No, I suppose I have all the time in the world. Besides, I'm quite curious to know why I'm in such a predicament.
We would be in the same bucket. Once again, very much apologize. Why, we don't know why you're here, but regardless, you are in our abode.
You don't know why I'm here.
No.
Yet, I am supposedly in your basement.
That is correct.
My friend, you do not have a leg to stand on.
I look at my legs.
You still have your legs, thankfully.
If Pim wasn't cell-shocked, he would actually laugh at that.
God, this is the worst possible time to spring God diplomacy on me at the.
Calorie, roll Magitech.
Ooh.
My favorite.
This one -3.
Oh, okay.
Okay, full success. Calorie, you kind of, while this conversation's been going on, you've been looking at this person right here. You kind of see where the joint where the arm would have gone, like that machine's bits are still kind of poking out. You notice that the machine is losing power rapidly, and you probably only have like about a minute left before this thing runs out.
Guys, I think it's about to run out of power.
Me run out of power. I can barely run as is.
Can I roll not? Is there anything I could roll to know about the god of jokes?
Anything? What do you want to know specifically?
I want to know if laughing at his jokes gives him power over me or something.
Yeah, roll history +5.
Okay. Or if not this. Hold on. Did you say +5? That's a net 0. Okay.
Awesome.
Okay, full success. Yes, anytime you laugh at Jester's jokes, they do get stronger, and it's a permanent increase in their strength.
It's fucked up.
That's
I'm not
awesome.
laughing.
Thank goodness Pim is shell charged.
Hey,
They look up at you.
Pim makes a few assumptions in his mind.
where could I talk to you if I wanted to find you?
Follow where the wine flows, Pim, and I'll be there.
Okay. I'll try.
It's been quite some time since I've spoken to you, Ruin. Hopefully you have better jokes next time.
I don't think you'll laugh.
Pim reaches forward and unscrews.
You
Before the battery
yank
runs
their head
out.
off, killing them instantly.
I need to go inform some people of some things. 1 moment.
Everyone's like, what the fuck?
Fine.
Fucking
Fine. It's worse than we could have possibly ever imagined.
Fire, you want Fire to come down?
No, I'm gonna fire. If I
Yes.
come downstairs, I believe. Actually, everybody come downstairs. I believe there is needing to be a time for debriefing.
Awesome.
Let me change the music.
Well, we've confirmed some things.
Pim's
I don't
holding
want
the
to be
head.
upstairs because this is the most hidden location we have in the entire building. So, I don't think that was the original Fallen. At least it wasn't the body of the original Fallen. We put the head back on.
Okay.
It turned into Jester, the god of jokes.
Jester.
Did any of Jester's possessions fall off?
No.
Ah. Awesome.
I'm sure you're aware of Jester.
Yes, I do know. Is this... She looks at the mannequin, a machine that copies people?
I don't know. All I do know is it remembered the party.
Did they remember you? You were at the party.
I was at the party. I did not ask because I did not want to know the answer.
I see. This is very worrying. Do we know who made this machine? Or their intentions at the very least?
Oh man.
We do not have definitive proof. I was going to ask the people who were affiliated with Fallen to see if they knew. They might be able to shed some light on this.
I see.
Because but the fact that Jester was
Pim takes the head and is gonna put it with the lid.
I'm worried that how would it have gotten information 2 days old on a god? Did I sense any godliness from them?
What do you mean by godliness?
I don't know. Do gods have like a fucking aura to them?
Yeah, actually they do, but only if they basically kind of suppress it when they're with people. Only if they have like some murderous intent or they want to flex.
Mm-hmm.
They exude their aura.
They didn't want to flex?
But you think knowing Jester, they're the type of person to never do it in the first place.
That makes sense. Okay.
Maybe Volm can tell us something.
Oh yes, Volm, were you watching?
Yeah. You see, as if Vaughn watching TV or some shit was like half paying attention. He's like, yes, of course. I was paying complete attention.
Yes, you were paying complete attention when Jester was here, I understand.
Yes, Jester. Wait, Jester, the god of jokes, laughs, something like that.
Where does the wine
Yes.
flow?
I'm going to make a brief assumption. They're referring to going to a bar.
See.
Or fine places. So since you were paying attention, is there anything you could tell us about that when that was happening?
Yes, of course. I know many things. Well, since you can hear him sway. So, what specifically did you want to ask Vaughn? Like,
Oh, was that the real Jester?
the real Jester? No, that. Well, unless Jester can split themselves into two, I don't think that's the real Jester. Besides, they smelled off.
So you could smell them, alright. Someone is
Well,
creating
I was very
machines-
close to Jester the other day. It smelled different than the Jester right there.
Yes, so was I. I didn't speak to them though, and I don't exactly have your nose.
Did you smell Jester at the party?
Well, I smelled everybody. It's a thing, the shadow beast thing.
Well, no, I mean did you smell Jester at the party?
Well, yes.
Did
So that was actually Jester there.
At the party,
Right, yeah.
I mean, we assume.
hey Volm,
Well, I didn't know if they were.
what did Fallen smell like?
No. Well, how do I say? He smelled like a very noble being.
Not like a similar smell as we have now.
Points at the
No, that just smells
torso.
like disgusting Magitech.
Alright.
Okay. Okay.
We have a theoretical we have a theoretical answer to one problem. That was not the original Fallen. It was a copy of some variety. Someone is making a Magitech that can copy people.
Can copy. Can copy gods.
This, in fact, I would say we've had something similar, the constructs, but those were very rudimentary in comparison to this.
I'd like to ask, since we know it's not Fallen, can I take those pieces apart?
Absolutely.
I am sorry that this had the. I'm sorry if the goings on around here cause you any mental strain or cause any damages to your reputation.
I think that's fine. It's not really a strain on me. It is, despite the implications, it is very interesting and it does make me want to help, actually.
I appreciate you more and more every day.
Thank you.
Hey Emlyn,
Yeah?
I got a weapon art.
Wait, what the fuck, man? You didn't even tell me that.
We're doing this now, alright?
Fuck,
Tim's
I gotta
moving the
train with a
torso
weapon.
across the
Nothing
floor.
normal is. I hate. I don't want to use this word. I hate. No, I appreciate the gifts that were given to me as part of my fate, I love my. I praise my God every day.
Evelyn puts a hand on your shoulder and just gives you a knowing look. I get it. So you guys are gonna go talk to Fallen's allies or whatever.
The timing of that will need to be discussed.
Oh, okay. So you're not gonna go today?
I look at Pim.
I mean, it looks pretty
It looks
pressing.
exactly like you, like this.
Pim, when are we doing this?
I mean, alright. So that confirms that the tracker didn't have power because it seemed to be connected to the head.
He's muttering.
Also,
So,
Calorie,
Hi.
oh,
Calorie.
Hi.
So, what you did know, you noticed how it was draining power. You knew, like, what you noticed, besides it just draining power, is that it was incredibly rapid. Like, it seemed abnormally fast
Does it
from
look
what the
like...
machine was designed to do.
Does the battery have any kind of remote qualities about it?
No.
So no one was forcing it then. Does it look like it can naturally pull that level of draw from just the torso?
The battery. You think the battery is in the torso, and you feel that if it were a regular person, it would have taken maybe a couple of days before the battery drained.
But I think because it was mimicking a god, maybe.
Yeah.
it went to overdrive.
I see.
It was kind of like when you have a shitty laptop that shuts off immediately when you pull out the charger.
Okay. She will keep that in mind and inform the others in a bit. Not to throw more onto what's going on over there.
Yeah.
alright, so... Okay. Considerations of diplomacy here.
I need to talk to Titan
Yes, we need to talk to Titan.
and clarify that I did not know them, but they were replicating someone I did know.
Oh god, but then they would ask about, like, how that was possible. Oh my...
I mean, we don't know.
I mean, but we know it's Magitech.
I could tell Titan.
That would work, maybe.
I accept this.
You two seem to know a bit more about what's going on. And I'm a little in the dark other than the zombie that took Fallen.
Right, the...
So if I told him, I really wouldn't know.
Right. Okay. Where...
And he already knows I do carpentry.
Right.
I see. What were you purchasing today, by the way?
Emily moves out of the way so you can look at Skeller.
Huh? It's a secret.
Now, Calorie, you know I don't like those.
Emily gets more out of the way.
Okay. Yeah. I was purchasing some armor for a project.
Okay,
Oh,
that's fine.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
You guys think it was related to this?
No, I just wanted to know.
Oh, okay.
Listen,
Well,
with how
if you're buying
everything's
it-
been going.
Was it purchased with official guild funds?
No.
Okay, then we do not need to put it into the balance sheet.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, right. Right. Okay. Okay. So, if you talk to Titan... Oh, wow.
He just keeps looking at the box.
Okay. Awesome. Fantastic. Yeah, we need to make a...
Does this also mean I'm not going wherever you two are going?
Well, we're just gonna... Actually,
If we want to do that thing
yeah.
today, we would.
Oh,
But that's
wow.
up to you.
What do you say?
But that's up to you.
Man.
Awesome.
Do you need any backup, or you're good?
I'm going to be honest, I don't know.
Don't know.
Oh,
So...
I'll be here for you.
Oh.
I think.
Putting a hand on your shoulder.
So,
He looks at the room in front of him. He knows and trusts Emlyn. Sabina and Phi, he's just met, like, relatively. He's grown closer with Sabina over bonding at the orphanage. Kind of scared. Kind of scared.
Yes, Sparrow, I think we should... No, but what if they... But we don't know that it was... I mean, but who else?
Once again, we do not have full information. We cannot make a specific. There's not enough evidence.
We might need to go to the casino.
Yes, the casino. We must go to the casino.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, I know where that is.
What the fuck is the casino?
Pim's going to look for, is his name Jack?
Yeah.
You have a communicator, remember?
Yes. Was that with Jack? He has the phone call with Tara, who is, he knows, like, a head scientist would absolutely be, like, super tied up in this. He doesn't want to get Tara in trouble.
Fair.
You could call Tara and ask where Jack is right now.
Then she would know that he wanted to know where Jack was. Pimps. Oh man. I think
While you're
he will do that, probably.
While you're thinking about that, Sabina, you look like you've been deep in thought the last little bit.
Yeah. She like looks at you. I was trying to think why they would want a machine that just kills random people, and maybe something went wrong or something.
Right.
I mean, I feel like a lot of things have gone wrong today, though. That's a good theory.
That makes complete sense.
He smiles. This isn't good.
Considering the other things, it could be malfunctional.
Yes. Okay. Yes, we should definitely...
By the way, if you
Yeah.
call Tara, she lets you know that Jack is in an alley. Some random alley in the Grey Crown District.
I think
Tell us which one?
Yeah,
So we have to
she tells
search.
you. She tells you where he is. He's like laying on the ground, passed out.
Sparrow?
we should.
Him who all is coming with us?
I think it should be. Whew. Let's. Sabina, thank you very much for accompanying me today. Oh.
You get the mission select screen.
Yes.
Who are your party members?
Who does he trust to keep calories safe? Emlyn or the lady he's scared of? But also, Emlyn wants to be there for Pit. He has a horrible party organization crisis.
Okay. You're going to keep. You're going to keep calories safe, okay?
I'll do that to the best of my ability.
Right. Right. You are going to heal up. I did my best to patch you up, but
Calorie uses shadow healing.
okay. Emlyn, I want you to come with us.
All right.
I trust you.
I won't let you down.
Pim is going to go to that random alleyway and also bring a bucket of water.
So it's just gonna be you and Emlyn?
He turns around at the stair step, looks at Sparrow. Thinks.
Hey, Sparrow.
Yes.
You, take it easy, like read a book or something.
Okay.
You have had a long day.
All right. I'll bring you to the next map.
I'm coming with you, Fi.
Oh, okay. I suppose we'll explain the situation with Camry.
Yes.
Huh?
I don't feel like sitting home alone right now.
And I'll watch the base.
I would appreciate that. Good job. You're doing good work.
Let me change the music. Do I have a camera on this map? I do. Okay. So, Pim,
Yeah.
you head over to the alleyway. And in here, you find
Which corner is he around?
some guy nestled between the boxes, pockets empty, life lost in his eyes. There's no light, no happiness, no joy. It's all gone.
Does he look drunk at all?
No,
Oh,
he
That's
looks at you, Pim.
hey.
It's all gone.
Yeah.
Every last cent.
Mm-hmm.
He looks up at the sky. Funny how things happen like this. A few moments ago I was on top of the world, but then look at me now.
Pim barely resists splashing the bucket on him anyways.
He
he puts the bucket down, places a hand on Jack's shoulder, like getting on one knee.
Jack sits down cross-legged.
Hey,
So, how's Fallen?
that's what I was going to ask. You. Because, what is that guy's name? Oh god. The zombie man.
Oh, Rupture.
Rupture waltzed into the guild hall and brought him back, said it was time for him to go. And then the next time I heard about him, a
Glances around.
Magitech mannequin was placed headless in front of me on a table after a very long day.
You see, Jack sigh. So, let me change the music. When you hung out with Fallen, was he happy?
Looks at Emlyn.
Emlyn shrugs.
He...
He was determined and he helped people, and
Yes.
I guess that made him happy.
We found, and there was a serial killer, and he jumped off a cliff and swam across a river. And then I went to go find him, and then we're tracking down a serial killer, and doesn't matter. What does matter is that he was safe and fine, and we were happy, and everything was great, and then he left. What do you know?
Oh, they don't tell me much, but I knew about Fallen. Well, it's not really his name. It's called, Zidane.
Zidane?
Yeah. Some old guy. Lived way back, long time ago. Apparently he was some hero or whatever, but not gonna find much history books saying anything about him.
Blinks.
Oh! This being a mortal man?
Well, it depends on what you think of mortal. Apparently, he
Pacing.
kind of shrugs. At some point, he got betrayed. Kind of messed him up in a way that couldn't put him back. But the people at the lab wanted to bring back that person. See what he was like before, the fall.
Drags Emlyn over.
It was necromancy.
Walks back.
So...
You see,
So-
that guy was pretty...
Yeah.
There was a specific thing they were kind of testing, I think. Don't quote me on this, I really wasn't paying too much attention, but...
Right.
Every time they tried to bring back someone really powerful, their robot would last maybe about 5 minutes. So, why don't you bring back somebody that right before they became powerful? Maybe you can get around that limitations.
Blinks.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Well, he...
I thought it was kind of cruel just to
Yeah.
bring a person back just for a test, so I wanted to make him happy, at least before time was up.
He, well, I guess at some point started killing people, attacked a royal guard, attacked someone I'm very dear friends with. Wow. Wait.
Pim blinks.
Okay.
He's like walking back and forth.
Sorry to get you mixed up in all this. I knew Fall didn't have that much time left, so.
I am
You
happy
meet people
to
in the
have
lab. When you meet people in the lab, you see a lot of people that you're not sure if they're gonna stay very long.
Right.
Makes it hard for you to care at some point, but I wanted to make sure at least someone got to be happy.
I think we agree on that much.
Pim sits down in front of Jack.
Okay.
Didn't know too much about Fallen's life story, just he was a good person, but was dealt a really bad hand. Doesn't excuse the things he did afterwards, but you can kind of see how he went crazy.
Right. He would mention his old friends a lot.
Yeah, he had a lot of friends.
Said I reminded him of one.
Oh, and here's some food for thought. One of his friends is Geist.
Pim lays down on the grass.
Apparently, they used to be good friends back in the day.
Lifts back up.
Great. Fantastic. Okay. Well? No headway on that favor you asked about. Obviously things got busy.
It's cool.
I'll work on it, though. You, just,
Looks at him.
just remember to quit while you're ahead next time.
He actually smiles at that. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. And as you're saying that, do you see Pim?
Yeah.
From up north, you see a figure walk into the alleyway.
Oh?
You see them. You see her, this person. She walks down. She has this intense glare on her face. And you see Emma's like, okay, I'm just gonna give this person some space.
Yeah.
Hello.
And Jack's like, oh, hey, can you pick me up? And you see this person walk over and like, where the hell were you? Oh, I must have lost track of time. And you see Smoke grab him by the scruff and lift him up. We're going back now. Yeah. You see, she kind of sort of drags him along. And you see this person take one look at Cheapin. And hold on, let me roll something.
Yay!
See if they recognize you. Oh my god. They look at you and stop for a second. It's nice to see you, Pim. Before continuing on and dragging this guy.
Huh? Does Pim recognize that person at all?
No.
Huh?
Well, I mean, Tara's probably talked about me.
Oh, jeez. Well,
I don't recommend getting involved with that guy.
yeah, I can kind of see. Doesn't look like the guy you want to lend money to.
Oh.
Pim like bangs his head against the wall. God. He's gonna head back with the information in hand.
You head back, and let me swap over to the next scene.
Hey.
How many crash heads does this poor boy have?
He will have more.
And more. Hold on. Let me get the next seed ready.
Awesome. Remember. Remember, chat. It's always awesome on Waning Whisper Wednesday.
Alright, we got the next map ready. We put all the characters. So we got Calorie, Sparrow, and Fi. I always forget what folder I put Fi in. There we go. Let me change the music to... So, Calorie, you track down Titan to one of the government buildings. Oh, let me put a camera on this map as well.
Oh, there he is. Am I good to move?
Yep, you get to move.
Okay.
The big building you see in the distance is basically like the big council, like, government building.
Taps on Titan.
You tap on Titan and he turns around. Hey, Calor.
Hey.
He moves to the side. And he kind of, like, motions to the woman next to him. She's kind of also wearing this armor. Hold on, let me... View character artwork. Go to players. You see this woman in this kind of regal-looking armor and a giant greatsword on her back. This is the commander of the Royal Knights, Julica Cersei.
Oh. Calorie waves.
Julica steps forward. I've heard some things about you, Calorie.
Oh, what have you heard?
You've been quite a good friend to Titan here.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad to hear it.
I assume you have something to speak with him?
Yeah.
She nods. I'll be waiting over there, Titan. And Julica walks off to the side. So, what do you want to speak to me about?
Well, we wanted to let you know that we found out that definitely wasn't Pim's friend.
Sure.
We're pretty positive. I'd say 90% Sparrow.
Physical existence was different. It appeared to be it appeared to be something that was capable of mimicking another person.
Me and my god didn't think that that was the same person, so...
You see... Hold on. Can you roll me diplomacy?
Oh, sure.
This one would be -2. Oh.
Damn.
Thought I was gonna hit that 20.
Titan kind of looks off. I don't know. A lot of strange things were happening. If that was his friend.
Sparrow. She looks to you.
The visage was the same, but the person within was different.
You say that, but I clashed blades with that guy. He had years of experience. I only swung the blades a couple of times, but I knew from that guy that he couldn't have been any copy. And he nods his head over to Calorie. He recognized Calorie.
I looked at Calorie. Did Calorie mention that?
Shit, I don't think she did. Sorry. He did say something like that.
Interesting. Then I will posit a second theory. The one we were familiar with was a lesser copy, and this may have been an original.
Either way, I don't blame him for being friends with that guy. He was a friendly person. I'm pretty sure he can make friends with anybody.
You know,
I'd
that's
say just be careful who you trust.
I agree. Thank you for the advice.
Yeah.
If that's all you have to say to me, then I have to get back to work.
We will not keep you any longer. Thank you for helping keep Ellery safe earlier.
He nods and walks away. You can tell that Titan feels oddly more kind of distanced now.
Damn.
Didn't go as quite as I hoped.
Yeah. Well, if we find the real Fallen, maybe meeting him could, change that.
Oh, we can hope.
The information, so it did recognize you. Although that's in line with the other things that we know now.
If it's made to copy someone that well, it would have to have some level of their memories like the Jester did.
I would not suggest speaking that in...
Oh, yeah.
Just careful with names.
You're right.
What I was going to say is the one that we knew, did they seem as strong as the one that you met?
Well,
Like- Calorie, you could easily tell that the guy you fought on the street was 10 times stronger than the Fallen you knew. The Fallen you knew swung a sword like he was a regular guy. Like, he did not have that insane strength behind him.
no, it seemed stronger than Fallen.
Then there is some amount of difference in play. I did theoretically mean what I meant earlier. I wonder if the Fallen that we knew wasn't the real one in the first place.
And that would explain why, if the one we have is the original, why it's stronger. More time to train and all that.
Let me get the next map ready. And let me change it to the evening music. It's getting late. So, the day winds down, and hopefully there's no duplicate.
Well, I would hope the head's off of it.
Oh, welcome back.
It did not quite go as well as we expected.
I
How
should
about
have
on your
gone.
front?
But hey, I learned a few things.
Are they good?
No.
The look on his face is an immediate and definite no, but he's like trying not to say it. So, what was the name? Tiny? The hero?
Jack?
No.
Oh, Fallen's name?
Yes.
Oh, Zidane.
So, Fallen was something of a code name. Which, right here. Does the name.
Like glancing at Fi, still scared.
Does the name Zidane mean anything to any of you?
Let me roll her history to see if she
With
even
the
knows
students
this
who learned
person.
about it in history.
Yay!
No, I don't believe I've recognized the name.
Well,
Sparrow, you can roll to see if you know.
ooh.
What's the minuses?
For you, it would be probably -5, so -10 total.
Right? Still technically a okay chance.
Still possible.
And it's history, right?
Yes.
First.
Oh, okay. So you do recognize this name. This name is it's a name that people nowadays don't really remember because this person's been dead for a long time in history and hasn't been relevant at all.
Mm-hmm.
This person was the Demon King. This guy invented demons and devils.
Hold on. On the top, what the fuck? Hold on.
Oh,
Give it,
wow.
pass that by me again.
He was the Demon King.
Repeat the he?
He?
Yeah, who?
Zidane.
Zidane. You're referring to the Demon King?
Pim like strains his eyebrow.
That's not what I was told. I was told that he was an ancient hero who got really mad because some people betrayed him. And, well...
Sorry, that was accidental.
No, this makes sense.
And, well... So... The people who created...
He's like looking towards the basement.
who we knew as Fallen were trying to necromancy. Demon King.
Nice.
They, though, the technology, they said doesn't work well with deities. Well,
Did they say why it worked like that?
when a being is too powerful, it does, it overwhelms it. I think. This is... Listen, I just talked to a man who gambled away his life earnings with the most secondhand of secondhand information. But that was probably Fallen. And Fallen was a...
Does Pim conceptually know what a clone is?
I mean, drug.
He was a duplicate of that ancient demon king before he was the demon king? I'm guessing? So, in the same way that the one we talked to, had memories of the dinner party, I think that's who we were talking to. Essentially, a copy of a...
Pim slams his head against the table.
Ugh, that's tough.
He raises his head.
Sorry, I've
That's...
been attempting to process all this. I may have zoned out through this specific portion. Why were they in the middle of the city?
I don't know. That I don't know. I'm guessing... Oh. Either he broke out or something. I don't know. But he was killing people. I mean, Fallen wanted to specifically stop that from happening, so... I mean... It's fine. I mean, it's not fine. People are dead. Fallen is...
You see, if I speak up, on the way back from speaking with Titan, I made a short detour to speak with some others, and I did get some more news about the situation.
Yes?
Fallen didn't just kill some people. It
Oh?
seems that he also killed a small number of minor gods.
Huh. Was...
From what I heard, he was moving in a very direct line from person or from god to god, and anything that was in his way, he cut down.
Looks over to Calorie.
I didn't know about this.
Do you think
You would have said if any of them were the god of jokes, right?
I mean, I think I saw that guy at the party. If I
But that was
I
days
think I'd
ago.
recog-
This happened today.
right, I just mean like if I saw him on the ground, I think I'd recognize him.
Looks at Fi.
Do we know who's gone? Like, who was targeted? Or was it just because they were there?
Well, from the information I gathered, it was the closest ones to his location.
Okay. Okay, so it was... Okay.
Walks over to Calorie. Pats her head.
Thank you for unscrewing his head.
Yeah, no problem. I didn't want him to get destroyed.
Ooh.
Sits back down.
This has been a day, right? For everyone. It's just been a
Yeah,
really
should-
long day.
What are we on, evening action?
Yes, it's if you want something done now, you better get it done soon. Is anybody hungry? Do we have to go to the tavern? Maybe get our minds off this?
There's so many loose ends we need to finish from this day.
We should probably take a moment to calm down, though.
Let's go to the tavern.
Yeah.
I'll stay here and make sure everything's good.
Thank you.
If I said,
I've already eaten for the day, but
do you want to go on a stroll with me, Sparrow?
I think I would appreciate that.
Emlyn gets up. Well, we're going to the tavern. Hold up.
Looks to Sabina.
Would you like to come with us to the tavern?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Where did Tess go?
Tess went to possess something
Okay,
on Sabina.
awesome. It didn't even have to ask for Tess to come along. It was gonna just be like a
Tess, you're coming to the tavern, please?
You always know Tess is coming.
You know, I wonder if I'll feel like laughing ever again.
Maybe I shouldn't say that.
Oh no.
I believe you will.
Right. You did really good today. Thank you for not dying.
Yeah, I tried not to.
Is it to the left?
Yes, to the left. Let me get the next maps ready
Thumbs up.
for the final sections.
Yes.
We accidentally step into blood prison too.
God.
Imagine, I'm not that evil.
Pim has not had
Or
a
is
meal
luck
for
hitting
the
us all?
day. He
I don't
had
remember
the
calorie
failed
ate.
meal. Calorie had breakfast.
Oh yeah.
I'm putting some people on the map, so just give me a minute.
Thumbs up. Awesome. God of jokes. Stares into the ocean.
Okay, let me make sure that there's no duplicates. Okay.
Well, I would hope not. The head screw.
Okay, let me preload the scene. And boop.
Hey, cool. Hey. Aw, Titan isn't here.
Yeah.
Shame. Yay!
Kelly, you do see your parents sitting at a table.
She's so happy to see them.
they wave at you.
She waves back.
Oh. I have to check.
Let me change the music to not be too overly sad.
I have to find.
So, Pim,
Yeah.
Evelyn speaks up.
Yeah.
Maybe
Looks over.
we should not think about today for now and think about what we're gonna do tomorrow. A lot of fucked up things have been happening the past few weeks. We need to take some time to de-stress and think about some good things.
Blinks.
Like good thing number one, Calories reunited with her parents. That's something good that happened.
Reunite with parents.
Okay, good thing number two, you guys got 2 houses. Isn't that cool? 2
The
houses?
orphanage.
Okay. Savita looks at Ellen. I don't think you're doing very well. Okay, last thing. You got a weapon, or why don't you show that off?
Yeah, Lavender and Midnight are here. I'm sure they'd like to see it.
I need to show Titan.
Oh no.
Awesome.
Oh god. Calorie, help me out. I don't know what to do. What do you do? Has Pam ever been like this?
I don't recall.
Ah,
Not this bad.
anything that cheers him up?
Kelly's trying to think.
What do you mean? Pim's always been cheerful. Smiles.
I think if Calorie's the newest, I don't know if Calorie has seen Pim
The
when he
press
first got
over.
here.
Okay. You see Emlyn whisper something in Sabina's ear, and Sabina smiles and nods. And she runs over to the counter, and after like 10 minutes, she runs back and puts something onto the table in front of you, Pim.
He listlessly looks at it.
I remember Emlyn told me to get you something really good. I remembered you got really sick eating those potatoes. So I thought you would really like the potatoes from here instead.
Clyde.
She got you salty roasted potatoes
Yay!
and some water.
I'm gonna do the food roll. That's a +4.
That's a partial. Oh, no, two partials make it a full, so you're good.
Was it a partial before?
I think.
Are you sure?
I think it was a partial before.
Okay.
Thank you.
He's thinking about earlier today. It's plain on his face.
I'm sorry a bunch of those things happened. I'm not really good at saying things, but I think things will work out. Probably.
He eats the potatoes, but it's Pim. He's so quiet for Pim. The guy yaps so much. He's just... He thinks about literally this morning, like, he was confronted with the idea of losing his family, and he could barely... Well, not losing his family, but losing Calorie and Sparrow specifically.
Mhm.
And he was able to steal his resolve then. He's struggling right now.
As you struggle to even eat your food, I hit show to players.
Yay.
This is your weapon art. The
Yo.
words kind of echo in your mind. A shield to protect. And when it breaks, it explodes into flames. This is your weapon art. Whatever name you give it is the name it has.
Hmm. I'm gonna need to think on that. Ooh. You cannot summon the same phantom twice. Take a rest before being able to summon them again. So can he do this, like, per person?
Yep.
Okay. Per person per rest, or per person?
Yeah, per person per rest.
Okay.
So, like, you could summon one of every friend you have, and then you have to rest before you can summon anyone else again.
This makes sense.
Yeah.
He thinks about it again.
Hey, you're right. I got my weapon art. I should show you guys.
Looks over at the other table, but
It wouldn't be right without Titan.
That's fine. You could just show us.
Right. Let's go to that one side map that has no emotional connection with Fallen whatsoever.
Very good.
You know the roadway. Where Paul jumped across and broke the barrier.
Funny you should say that. As you go to the roadway, let me change the music. As you two do your thing, two other figures also walk down that it's just so scenic. It's a perfect place to walk. So, you don't think I've noticed? She says, looking at you, Sparrow.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
She says, so you don't think I've noticed?
You're going to be more specific.
Well, so far, you've been very, I should say, taking a back seat to decisions. More so, you've been letting the others, Calorie and Pim, make the initial decision on how to handle some things. Is there any specific reason, or you're just too afraid to give too strong of an opinion on them?
I suppose maybe a bit of a blunt way to put it, but the latter is likely correct.
I see. It's understandable. I would feel bad if I were the person to order my friends around all the time, so. I suppose it worries me that I'm afraid they might make a decision they might regret.
I agree. I've been trying at least some amount to dissuade them if I believe that's the case, but
Yes,
sometimes they make decisions before I can give any input.
that's when it's the hardest.
Yes.
When things go wrong and it was from my decision, at least I can blame me. I don't want them to blame themselves if something went wrong.
All one can do is do their best to make sure that the problems that arise don't grow in too large of a proportion.
She walks over to one of these benches.
I don't want to exactly watch their every move. I trust them some amount. I don't want to seem like I've lost that.
Well, I trust my friends. It's just I always want to make sure that, well, I suppose I'm looking out for them. And even if they don't listen to what I say, I want them to at least know what I would want them to do.
It's a nice river.
So she kind of, looking across the river, you do see. It's so sad. In the distance of the old district, like, you know how it's bright and there's streetlights here? It's a lot more dim and dark looking across into the old district. And you see Fi speak up. So, what do you think of this situation?
Why don't we break it down into pieces? Let's see. The initial Fallen incident, I did not have any immediate issues with. Him making friends isn't something I should admonish in any direct fashion.
Yes, I heard from Titan. He said that Pim is the type of person to make friends very easily. Apparently, it's a skill of his.
Perhaps if I was better at... No, even if I'd been able to tell if there was an issue with somebody once I meet them, the Fallen that we knew wasn't exactly a dangerous person.
Yes, he didn't even seem particularly strong when we first met him.
I'm not sure how I should have attempted to avoid this.
Well, if that was the case, was it a problem to have be in this situation in the first place?
I would say that there is a problem that we're in this situation, although the problem is less related with how we got here and more the existence as a whole. I believe there's a sport called tennis. I believe that's what they would call an unforced error.
I see. It's true. Something does move us. And I'm finding it hard to, I suppose, force some normalcy to the situation.
Yes, it is certainly hard to seem like things are normal around here. Although, what can I say? I'm not exactly familiar with what is normal. Prior to this, I was living in an orphanage my entire life. I left one day, and things just started occurring.
Well, I do have to say this. If some things are moving us, I feel like, at the very least, we're doing things of our own power and moving against it.
A salmon against the current.
I have a feeling that didn't if we didn't try to help people, our lives would be, I suppose, easier, more normal.
So as that be true, I don't know if I could live with that, though.
Fine odds.
Recognizing that my normalcy may come at the cost of others.
I suppose that is the cost of helping others. You both kind of look out into the river, thinking about the future. And I think that will be the end of the session.
Awesome.
Awesome.
So, thank you guys for coming out and playing. Thank you, people in the audience, for watching. Love the VOD squad.
Love the pod squad.
Anyways,
Awesome.
thank you guys.
Yeah. Thank you for coming out.
Thank you for coming out. Have a good night.
Bye.